Good morning students, welcome to fourth part of admission of partner. Again today we'll be continuing with same thing, that is calculation of sacrificing ratio and new ratio. In last class we went through question number 3, 12th one. Now today we will be solving 13th onwards. Before we proceed, let us go through the question first. In this case, X, Y and Z are partners sharing profits and losses in ratio of 2:3:1. They admitted W as a new partner with 1/6 share. Z will retain his original share in future also. Means previous ratio of Z was 1/6. After admission also Z share should be equal to 1/6. Now for this kind of case, how to solve? Let us go through solution. So in this case, X, Y and Z, they were partners sharing profits in ratio of 2:3:1. They admitted W as a new partner for 1/6 share in profit. Now in this kind of cases, there are two ways of solution. I will be going for alternate way. Let us go for the entire share of business. The entire share of business cannot exceed 1. Out of 1, W would be receiving 1/6. So if out of 1, if W is provided 1/6, what would be remaining for X, Y and Z? That would be equal to 5/6. 1 minus 1/6, that's for X, Y and Z. And now out of this 5/6 also it is clearly given Z would retain his original share, means Z is going to receive same 1/6 as before. So now out of 5/6, if Z receives 1/6, what would be remaining for X and Y? So it is implied 5/6 minus 1/6 will be 4/6. And now with regard to 4/6, it's not mentioned in question how X and Y are going to share this 4/6 in future. So when not clarified, it is implied they will be sharing it in their old ratio, remaining ratio, which was 2:3. So 2 plus 3, it comes to 5. That means 2/5 and 3/5 would be their ratio in which they will be receiving the remaining 4/6 share. So on simplification, for X it comes to 8/30 and for Y it comes to 12/30. Now what we have calculated here is remaining share, and remaining share is share for remaining partners or new partners. So this is new ratio, but this is new ratio for X and Y only. What about Z and W? So let us calculate for Z. Z would retain his original share, which was 1/6. Now in this case, denominator of X and Y is 30. In order to make the denominator of Z also 30, we need to multiply both sides by 5. So on simplification, it comes to 5/30. Same way for partner W. W share is 1/6, which is given in question. In order to again convert the denominator into 30, we need to multiply both sides by 5. So on simplification, it also comes to 5/30. Now just cross verify for all the 4. Sum of numerator, that should be 8 plus 12 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, that should be equal to 30. So in standard manner, new ratio between X, Y, Z and W would be 8:12:5:5. It can be simplified further. And now new ratio will be equal to old ratio minus calculation of new ratio is old ratio minus sacrificing share. So if we reframe the equation, sacrificing share will be how much? So it will be equal to old ratio minus new ratio. In this manner we can calculate sacrificing ratio of partners. For partner X, Y and Z, let us replace their old ratio. Old ratio between X, Y, Z was 2/6, 3/6 and 1/6 minus new ratio between X, Y and Z is 8/30, 12/30 and 5/30. Now if we simplify it, resulting answer, first LCM comes to 30. So 10 minus 8, that comes to 2/30. For second partner, again LCM 30. 15 minus 12, that comes to 3/30. And for third partner, 5/30, that means 0/30. So in standard manner, Once we have calculated this, if you want to cross verify, remember the rule, sum of sacrificing share should be equal to new partner share, means 2 by 30 plus 2, 3 by 30 plus 0 by 30 comes to 5 by 30. If we simplify it, it comes to 1/6, that is new partner's share. So in this way it can be cross verified, and in standard manner sacrificing ratio between x, y and z comes to 2:3:0. You can also write it as x and y as 2:3. Then question number 14, it is again of similar type. X and y are partners sharing profits and losses in ratio of 5:4. They admitted Z as a new partner. All the three partners will distribute future profit. Future profit means new ratio in equal proportion, means 1:1:1, as there are three partners. We are required to calculate in this case only sacrificing ratio, because old ratio and new ratio both are given. So in this case X and Y were old partners. Old ratio between them was 5:4. They admitted Z as a new partner, and new ratio was decided as equal, means 1:1:1. Old ratio was 5:4. New ratio is 1:1. Now on this basis we are just required to calculate sacrificing ratio. So sacrificing ratio, similar to previous question, sacrificing ratio will be equal to old ratio minus new ratio. This we have already studied in reconstruction of partnership, that is 4th chapter. So for who can sacrifice, so it is obvious, Z is new partner, Z can never sacrifice. So sacrifice will be made either by X or by Y or by both of them. So for X, old ratio was 5/9 minus new ratio is 1/3. So if we simplify it, LCM comes to 9. If we simplify it, it comes to 5 minus 3, that will be 2/9. For partner Y, old ratio was 4/9 minus new ratio is 1/3. Again LCM comes to 9. So 4/9 minus 3/9, that means 1/9. So in standard manner the sacrificing ratio between X and Y will be 2:1, and what we have previously ascertained was sacrificing share. Again to cross verify, sum of sacrifice should be equal to new partner share. So 2/9 plus 1/9, that comes to 3/9, and 3/9 means 1/3, that is new partner share. So it can be cross verified this way. So now question number 15, this is similar to previous question. In this case X, Y and Z were partners sharing profits in ratio of 3:2:1. They admitted W as a new partner, and new ratio is given in question, 4:3:2:3. So again similar procedure. In this also we are required to calculate sacrificing ratio only. So for sacrificing ratio, formula will be old ratio minus new ratio. Calculation wise, who can sacrifice? So W is new partner, he can never sacrifice. So sacrifice can be made either by X or by Y or by Z or by all three of them, and their old ratio was 3/6, 2/6 and 1/6, minus their new ratio is available 4:3:2:3, means total comes to 12. So for partner X, new ratio will be 4/12, for partner Y 3/12, and for partner Z it comes to 2/12. So simplified, LCM comes to 12. It comes to 2/12 for partner X. For Y it comes to 1/12, and for partner Z it comes to 0/12. Cross verify, sum of this thing sacrificing share should be equal to new partner share. So 2/12 plus 1/12 plus 0/12 comes to 3/12, that is new partner share. So it is cross verified, and in standard manner sacrificing ratio was only between X and Y. So you can either write X and Y 2:1 or X, Y, Z 2:1:0. Either of the two alternative can be opted for presenting same. So this was all with regard to calculation of sacrificing ratio and new ratio. Now next topic is related to accounting treatment of goodwill, for which valuation of goodwill you have already studied in previous chapters. Now accounting treatment on admission of partner. So how to pass entries for same? So now let us go with the procedure for goodwill. Before goodwill, whenever new partner enters into business, he is supposed to contribute certain amount of capital. Now the amount of capital brought in by new partner in business maybe in cash or maybe in kind. In kind means instead of cash, the new partner may be providing asset like land or building to the firm. So in that case, entry would be if new partner brings cash in business, cash account debit. If money is paid through bank, bank account debit. If any kind of asset is brought in business, asset account debit. So either cash, bank or respective asset account debit to credit the giver. Giver is new partner. So to new partners capital account. So this would be the basic entry for capital contribution made by new partner. That is for capital introduced by new partner in business. Now coming towards goodwill. Now goodwill is an optional point in which the new partner may be able to bring goodwill in cash or may not be able to bring goodwill in cash. In case if the new partner is able to bring goodwill in cash or in kind, in that case entry will be cash comes in. Same way if money is paid through check, bank account debit. Instead of cash or check, the new partner is providing some asset in form of goodwill. So asset account debit to goodwill account or to premium for goodwill account. You can write premium for goodwill or you can just write goodwill. It's right both the ways. This is for contribution made. Why this partner is required to contribute? So as to compensate the sacrificing partner. Partner brings two things in business. One is capital. Capital is brought in business because he forms part of the business and he pays goodwill to those partners who have sacrificed their share in favor of new partners. So new partner is required to bring two things. One is capital, for which entry is common. But in case of goodwill, when goodwill is brought in cash or kind, entry will be cash or bank or asset account debit to goodwill, and the same goodwill is further to be provided to sacrificing partners. So for that, entry would be premium for goodwill or goodwill account debit, and that goodwill will be provided to those partners who are sacrificing. So it will be credited to sacrificing partners capital account. And if we are dealing with fixed capital method, we will be using the term current account. So entry will be goodwill or premium for goodwill to respective sacrificing partner capital or current account, and this amount will be provided to them in their sacrificing ratio, which we have already studied how to calculate sacrificing ratio. Then further possibility with regard to cash goodwill is these partners, they can opt for withdrawal of cash brought in by new partner in business in form of goodwill. Means sacrificing partners have the right to withdraw goodwill to the extent of goodwill brought in cash by new partner. So for that, entry would be, so again, in case if new partner is bringing goodwill in cash, only in that case withdrawal can be made by sacrificing partners. So if withdrawal of cash goodwill is made by sacrificing partners are withdrawing money from business, so their capitals will reduce from business. So entry for same would be sacrificing partners capital or current account debit to credit what goes out to cash or bank. Again I am repeating, withdrawal can be made only if goodwill is in cash, not in kind. So entry would be sacrificing partners capital or current account debit to cash or bank. This is to be passed when goodwill is withdrawn by sacrificing partners. So these were the entries related to cash goodwill. Now same way, these were entries related to cash goodwill. Then there is further possibility when new partner is unable to bring goodwill in cash or in kind. So what would be the entry in same case? Let us go through same. Containing same. In case if new partner is unable to bring goodwill in cash or in kind, so in that case, as new partner is unable to bring, we are going to charge his account. That means whoever new partner is admitted, that new concerned partner capital account or current account would be debited, and the same amount of his share of goodwill will be provided to sacrificing partners capital or current account. Means we are going to directly charge money from new partner's account and provide it to sacrificing partner. So this would be the entry when new partner is unable to bring goodwill in cash, being goodwill adjusted among sacrificing partners. So these were the entries related to goodwill. Now tomorrow we will be looking with question number 4, that is journal entries related to same. Thank you. Have a good day.